prisms can be categorized as reflecting or refracting prisms. So the ones given on your worksheet, can you guys see those? Those 4 shapes, there should be 4 of them. Yeah? Okay, so they should be right angle, roof, dove, and pentagonal. Okay, so it is basically pentagonal. Pentagonal. So add that to them. And they make use of what is called total internal reflection. Okay? So they make use of total internal reflection. If you have air on the outside and say glass on the inside, and you have a transparent medium between them, for most of the, so I'm going to draw it here. So let's say this is the normal to the surface. So this light is coming in here and it's glass, so it'll bend away. Right? It will refract out. And then if you have another one coming, say, in here, it will refract out even more. Until you reach a point, I'm going to do blue. That doesn't mean an actual blue. Until you reach a point where this actually goes parallel. And if you go beyond that, instead of refracting outside the medium, this will actually reflect back in. Oh, that's a bad picture. So beyond what is called the critical angle, instead of light being refracted outside the medium, it will actually be reflected inside. So now if you look at your prisms one more time, look at your right angle prism, the first one. It's hitting a glass surface, right? But it's not refracting outside. It's actually reflecting inside. So the right angle in your prism is using the total internal reflection. This is actually reflecting off of the glass surface. So there's not like a mirror there. It's just glass. Good? So now let's look at the next one. The roof prism is the same exact prism, except it's using not the hypotenuse. Like the light incidence is on the hypotenuse. Everybody understands hypotenuse, right? There's side, base, and then the long distance is like the long arm is called the hypotenuse. So it's actually the same exact mirror. It's just light is being thrown at it differently. So if you guys want to write the details, so let's write them really quickly. So in our right angled prism, light is reflected at the hypotenuse. Our next one is the roof prism, right? That's what it is. That is exactly the same prism, but just a different orientation. And light passes twice through the hypotenuse. Now I want you to stare at number 3. That's called the dove prism. In this case, it's the same prism, except the top is chopped off. So we call it apex is gone. So the top angle in a prism is called an apex. So the apex is gone. So it's the same prism, no apex or cut off apex. And the light is incident on one of the sides. And the last one is called the pentagonal prism. This one has a different shape completely. So that is a different shape. Now let's talk about refracting prisms. So a refractive prism has two plane surfaces that subtend a certain critical angle A, which is also called the apex angle. The face opposite to apex is called the base. And so what does it look like? It is complicated, but I'm only going to do the view like a 2D view, but imagine it's actually a 3D structure. So this angle is called the apex, and this is the base.